So this is the prototype squirrel feeder for feeding bait to grey squirrels. It's an aluminium tube with mounting holes drilled here, 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 and the same on the other side. And inside there is the door flap mechanism, and these internal surfaces there will be coated in the final version in sheet metal, in sheet aluminium, but this one I've not done that yet. So to open it, we push in these two little catches on each side, and those are on springs. So you push in that pair, put your finger in the hole here, and then you can slide out the entire assembly. So I've done it that way so that we can swap over between assemblies including electronics and basic assemblies like this. The weighted door is here. This section here is just to limit the space for the squirrels so that they can't climb in and get stuck behind the trap door. Then the actual bait tray here, in this prototype version, is quite small. It probably holds about 45 grams of bait, but that slides out to the side here. And the reason for that is because it sits on a little tray here, which is supported by a beam where the strain gauge will be mounted. So this entire tray can flex this beam slightly, and that flexing of that beam will be monitored by a strain gauge and tell us the weight. So when you actually want to change or put in a new bait, you would slide this little tray in. You can have a number of these trays already filled with bait and just slide it in, and then you have to push in these catches here and it clicks into place, and then it's quite solidly in. That can't move either way. So that's the basic assembly. This plastic here is a plastic called PLA. It's non-poisonous, but as I say, these surfaces here, the only surfaces which the squirrels can get to, will have a metal sheeting on them so that the squirrels can't chew those. If they do chew at the bait tray, well, that's a replaceable part anyway. So yeah, that's the basic assembly. Yeah, that just slides in and out. Yeah, so the electronics, when there are the electronics installed, I'm planning to have, again, this same assembly, but with the coil here, at this position here, where the sheet metal stops of the door, and then there would be a section of this tube would be replaced with a plastic section so that the RFID signal would not be interrupted by that. So I think it's very simple. We can put sheet metal here on the back as well if that's required, but apart from that, I think it should be robust and simple enough to be usable in the field. On the versions with the electronics, this would sit a little deeper into the tube, and then the electronic assembly would all be, the actual batteries and SD card and so on, would be on a longer section here at the back. So again, it would slide out, but instead of just being a plain back panel, there would be all of the